Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotion, and thank you again so much for our time together. I'd like us to go for our thoughts today back to the book of Luke, chapter 8, to one of the strangest stories in the Bible. Not strange because of what happened, strange because of how people responded. That people would actually put their careers, their professions, and their source of income ahead of Jesus in their life. Now, if Jesus is Lord, you would think he would be Lord. But for some people, Lord does not mean you come before our careers and our businesses. The story starts in around verse 26. Jesus has crossed to the other side of the Sea of Galilee from the Capernaum area. And this is the pagan side, all right? The Sea of Galilee in Jesus' day had the Roman area around Tiberias, and then the Jewish area up around Capernaum and Tagba, and then on the other side, that was the pagan area, where the area of the Decapolis started, and these were the pagans over there. As he's walking around that side of the Sea of Galilee, he came across a cruelly demon-possessed man. Now, this is a man who had seen his family completely destroyed, his relationships destroyed by demon possession. This is a man who lived naked among the tombs. He lived among rotting flesh and death. He lived among things that looked really horrible and smell even worse, and had not lived in a home for many years. Well, to make the long story short, the demons begged Jesus. He cast them into the pigs. The pigs jumped off and committed suicide into the Sea of Galilee, and the man was set free. Well, you would think the family and the friends and the people that had known this man would be so happy that someone they loved had encountered Jesus and been set free. But instead, the scripture says in verse 36, those who had seen it told the people how the demon-possessed man had been cured. That all the people of the region of the Gerasenes asked Jesus to leave them, because they were overcome with fear, so he got into the boat and left. The man from whom the demons had gone out begged to go with him, but Jesus sent him away, saying, return home and tell how much God has done for you. Fascinating story. Fascinating story. Because Jesus affected their livelihood, because Jesus affected their careers, their professions, their family businesses, they said, please, leave us. How many times have I watched people in my life see miracles? I mean, God gives them real miracles. But there comes a day in which Jesus does something that interferes with their career. Jesus does something that somehow interferes with their business. Jesus does something that somehow interferes with their personal wealth. And on that day, out loud or in their hearts, they tell Jesus to go away. I watched so many people in my life make this same decision, and it always puzzles me. How can you have witnessed such a miracle, and your response is, go away from us, leave us? Now, we can make all the excuses we want to make, but bottom line, Jesus messed up their money. But even then, I want you to notice how wonderful Jesus is. Even though these people pushed Jesus away, Jesus told this man who had been set free, no, I know you want to come with me, but I want you to stay here as a witness. I want you to move among these people who rejected me. I want you to move among these people who have pushed me away. I want you to move among these people who put their wealth and their businesses and their careers ahead of me. And I want you to stay here. And I want you to have one message for these people. Tell them what great things God has done for you. That you don't need to be afraid of God taking things away from you. You don't need to be afraid of God hurting you. You don't need to be afraid of this. God only wants to bless you.